Hey everyone, put the word think in if you want to get this really incredible lesson that I have for you, this video lesson about your thoughts and how to change your thoughts first thing in the morning. It's a really, really great thing that you're going to love. And when you receive that, you're going to receive a free video on a great trick technique tool that my guides taught me. Fixing like, look at my hair, it's standing up. All right, let's just do that. Quick technique and tool that my guides taught me that is going to help you and benefit you. It's been one of the best things I've done. And then we're also going to invite you, if you want to, there's an application to join the SAS experience. And for those of you who've done the SAS experience before, you know that it was absolutely incredible and amazing. Like, people had such incredible experiences. But we keep this group very small and very intimate, so you have to fill out an application to be considered for it. So I just want you to know that right away. So if you're interested in doing the SAS experience, you're going to get an application after you put the word in think, and you can join us there. So just going to give it a second because I have a feeling it's a little bit slow today. We're going to talk about how your thoughts create your life. More importantly, what I want to talk to you about is, are you even aware of which thoughts are affecting you? Because a lot of times, there's thoughts that are affecting you that you're not even aware that those are the thoughts that are affecting you. So I really want to talk about that as well. So I just want to do a couple of technical things on my end. And I just wanted to do that one thing, and then I am here with you. So super excited to talk to you about this, because this has been the thing that has been on my mind and completely has changed my life. And I've also been talking a lot with my own people in Membership for Your Soul, as well as in Soul Finder Academy, about why this is going to really change you. So I'm seeing people join. Hi, Gia. Hi, Thomas. I talk to my cats and I talk with great intelligence. So happy, Thomas. That's great. Hi, Mary. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Julie. Hi, Susan. Hello, hello, hello. So those of you who've done the SAS experience before and you're in that group, this is going to be slightly different. It's going to be in the beginning of October. I don't know the exact dates yet. But I also have this great gift. Do you see the think? If you put the word think in. So what you're going to get is this great video that I did. It's the first video in SFA, Soul Finder Academy. And it's going to teach you about your thoughts. So one of the things, how many of you recognize that your thoughts create your life? How many of you really, really understand that thing? Give me a yes or a no in the comments. Don't just hit likes and loves, because I won't know it. How many of you recognize that your thoughts create your life? So let me know that in the comments. One of the things my guides taught me was like how important it is that our thoughts are creating everything that we're experiencing in our life. And they've also been teaching me a lot about creating my life from the inside and not expect external experiences to come into my life in order for things to change. So I've really been working a lot on cultivating the inside life in order to create the outside experience. So yes, everybody's saying yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, yes, great. So are you aware? I just got an idea. Are you aware of the negative thoughts and how much they run your life? Are you aware that you're how many of you are negatively thinking? How many of you are negatively thinking? Let me get that one out now. How many of you are having negative thoughts or think you're having negative thoughts? Tell me that. All right, hold on. Think yes. Okay, yeah. Type think by itself, Terry, just in case, so that you make sure that you get that gift. And let me explain to you again. So you're going to get a video. And then in that, you're also going to get, if you want to join the SAS experience, it's a free experience that I'm doing. You're going to get an application to fill out. You don't have to fill it out. It's only if you want to join it. It's an intimate group, a small group, where I'm going to be doing a week-long SAS experience. And it's really it's free. It's really mind-blowing. It's a lot of fun. Susan says only sometimes, mostly positive, which is great. And you know what I'd ask you, Susan? Susan, you're new to my work. And Lily says, sure, sometimes. Of course, try to avoid this, but it creeps up. Okay, everybody, get quiet a second. Just get quiet for a second. What thought is running through your brain right now? What thought? Maybe you don't know what your thought was. What thought is running through your brain? So if you don't know that, let's do this now. Everybody get quiet. Close your eyes. Go into your heart. How has this day been so far? How has this day been so far? What thought is in your head about this day? What thought is in your head about this day? I want to show you how many times that there might be thoughts coming in that are not supporting you. They are not helping you to move forward. They are not helping you to create the life that you want. We have, I can't remember the scientific, how many thoughts we have per minute. I could probably Google it right now. But a lot of times these thoughts are creating friction, anxiety, worry. And we're really in an experience right now in our life where it's so difficult right now, and we're feeling so much going on, and we're sensitive, and we're empaths, and we're feeling these things going on in our life, that our thoughts may be weighing us down, and we're not even realizing it, because we're picking up so much energy from the outside experiences, outside world, that we don't even realize that our thoughts are creating. It's like almost a cyclical effect of how things are affecting us. So I just want to see where you are. So Sherry said tense. Great. Sherry said tense. Anybody else? When you went into your heart, what is your thought about today? What is your thought about today so far? Freedom for me, Lily said. Roseanne said, I have to hurry to get done so I can get to the next thing. Good awareness of that thought. But that's what I've written, to cause a stir, but create freedom for. Okay. So what I really want to teach you guys today, and what I really want to talk about, is really pausing so that you recognize when you have negative thoughts and when you have positive thoughts. And once you have a negative thought, I really need you to shift it right away. I really need you to change it. Because in order for how many of you, let's do this. How many of you really want your world to change right now? How many of you really want to create a big change in your life right now? How many of you want to create a big change? And if you're just joining me, write the word think, and you are going to get a gift in your messenger. So write the word think. Tambra said, sad, feel like I'm going backwards. Okay, great. So this is a thought that's not helping you to propel forward. This is what I want to talk about. Susan said, whoops, empowering day, better than the last 4 days. Love that, Susan. That's great. Good for you. Guy, watching and listening. Okay. So now I asked you, how many of you really want to create big change in your life? You really want to create big change. So Susan said me, Nikia said me, Mary said I do, Sherry said yes, Nikia, right, thank you. Yes, more than ever, and starting to get some energy towards it. Okay, so most of you want to create a really big change in your life. What are you doing to create this change? What is one thing that you're doing that you did today? Let's do that. Hi, Jill. What is one thing that you did today that helped you to create that change? That's what I want to know now. I'm going to make this very interactive Facebook Live. It's going to be a very interactive one. So what's one thing that you did today that helped you to create this big change? So, and then if you didn't do anything today to help you create this big change, why not? So the reason why I'm asking all these questions is because I just had a whole conversation with my students in Soul Finder Academy about how clear you have to be, especially right now in this period in life, in this last quarter of the year. You have to be extremely clear about where you want to go. It doesn't mean you have to be attached to it, because what I teach in my programs is how to detach from the outcome, because what you want and what spirit wants, they usually have something so much bigger and greater than you can even imagine, because your thoughts are so based on past experiences, what happened in the past, how things worked out in the past, what's happening, what happened yesterday, what happened with your friend yesterday, what happened in 5th grade. All those thoughts are running through your brain that you can't create what you want in the future. So you can have a vision of where you want to go, but if you're not working with this, matching up with that vision, you're not creating momentum. You're not creating change in your life. You're staying stuck. And then your guides have this bigger vision for you. They're like, whoa, wait a minute. You don't even know what's available for you. We have something even bigger for you. But you just keep getting trapped in this cycle of thinking. So I want to help you to move past this so you could get there, so you could get to this greater possibility. So let's see how many people actually spent today doing something to change their life, because you all said you're ready for big change. And I'm telling you, now is the time. Now is the time for big change. And I'm going to talk to you about like the ending of 2020 and where we're going in 2021. So I want to see what people did. Terry said collaboration. And Jill said listening to our masterclass for writers. Woohoo, Jill, that's great. Sherry said took a self-care day off from work. Great. Janet said nothing yet. Janet. That's okay, Janet. We're going to switch that now. Levy said meditate. Love that. Lily said wrote the copyright statement from the book. Just finished writing. Great, great, great. For the rest, needs to be able to I haven't been able to focus from lack of rest, so self-care. And Mary said partnering with Geronimo. I always say his name wrong. Gaining clarity, clearing and organizing, exercising. Good. So learning flight plan for cross country solo. So excited for you, Susan. I just got to put that one up. Susan's in membership for your soul, and she shared a picture of her. She took her first solo flight as a pilot. She's a pilot. So exciting. So exciting for you. All right. Excited for all of you. Now, what I want you to do, you have to do something every single day in order to create change. Most importantly, you have to start with your thoughts. For those of you just joining, put the word think in. I have a gift for you that is going to help you to work with your thoughts. So what I feel is happening right now in the environment, in our experience, no matter where you are in the world, is this fall, where we're in September right now, until December, we're in a great, probably till about November actually, we're in a great period of creating our life. We're in an incredible moment. So think of it this way: God, universe, source, whatever you believe in, just handed you a pile of clay. And Spirit's saying, mold it. We want to see what you do with it. We're handing you this clay. We want to see what you do with it. So most of you told me you're ready for great change. You're ready for something big to happen. You've just been handed this piece of clay, and you're being told to mold it. And what you're molding is you're going to mold something for the next year or years to come. But it's going to start gathering moss at the end of this year, next year, especially next year, first and second quarters. What are you molding? What is in this piece of clay? Tell me. What's in this piece of clay? So, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of a story to give you background to this. I don't know how long I'm going to be on today. So I want to know, you've just been handed this piece of clay. You're being told to mold it. It's something that you want to create. This is the big change you want to create. Like Susan just said, she's creating a solo flight plan to go cross country. She's very clear. It's very clear what she wants. I know Lily's writing. Jill is writing. So they're creating a very, very focused thing. Now, I'm not getting any comments here. So how many of you are stuck on what you really want to be doing or what you're meant to be doing? Okay, so Christiana said a medical intuitive business. Great. Okay, so let's keep going. Who else? What else is coming up for you guys? Because if you don't start creating change now, the way that I feel, and I'm not the only one who feels this way, if you don't start creating change now, things are not going to change. There's going to become a moment where people are going to get left behind. And we're going to be moving forward. I almost feel like, I don't know how to explain this, but we've been talking a lot about time blurring and membership and how the timelines are blurring. It almost feels like to me, some people are going to be left behind and some people are going to move forward. And I'm assuming you don't want to be the people that are left behind. So in order to move forward, you have to create the life that you desire. And you have to take part in it. You're not waiting for God, the universe, spirit to come knocking at your door and to hand you the fully sculpted piece of clay. You have to get creative in your life. You have to get inspired. You have to take action every single day. So, Sunny said, my art as my way. Love that. Find my soul group and soul partner. Great, Shay. Launching my leadership coaching practice infused with energy alignment. Love that, Christine. A stronger foundation for personal and financial gain. This is great. Great, Sherry. Have an intimate relationship with an ideal mate. Love that. Okay, great. All right. So let's take it now to the next level. All right. So remember, I'm giving you a gift that's think. So I want you all to definitely put in the word think. If you haven't already, you're going to get a gift and then you're going to get invited. Not everybody gets in. You're going to get an application. If you want to be part of the SAS experience that's happening in October, fill out the application. If you're already in the group, You'll be in the group again. Some people were dropped from that group though. So make sure you're still in the group. You may have to fill out the application again. And if you want to be in the experience and fill out the application, you'll get invited to the group. And then I'm doing a free SaaS experience in October. We will be talking about my Soul Finder Academy program, but we also give everybody who's gone through this week-long experience, they had incredible shifts. They really did. The people that really did the work, and it's simple work, very, very simple work. You watch a 2-minute video and then you create change in your life. Okay, so Janet, have you been talking about this for a while? You've got to clear the clutter. You've got to clear it. We were just talking about this in Soul Finder Academy, and I was talking to, I can't remember who it was, and I'm not going to say who it was because it's a private group, but we were saying that you have to do this. The clearing of the clutter is super important for spiritual people because we're so sensitive to energy, and if we have a lot of clutter around, we can't think straight and we can't do things. So that you have to do no matter what. So you need to put that in your calendar in order to create change. Roseanne says, set up my intuitive business so I can do consistent work. Okay, so now everybody, what I want you to do is break it down to one thing that you can do in the next 24 hours. Break it down to the one thing that you can do in the next 24 hours, okay? And then give that to me down on the comments. So, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit, and then I can help you if any of you are struggling with what it is that you need to do. So one thing that you can do, Roseanne, you got to be done with the clutter. You've been talking about this clutter for over a year now. Be done with it. Get somebody in to help you if that's what you have to do, okay? I can kick Roseanne's butt. She's in my programs. Okay, so what's the one thing you can do in the next 24 hours? So I'm gonna talk about me for a second while you guys are filling it in. So I am very focused on where I want to be, especially in the year of 2022. For some reason, it's 2022 for me. So I know, like, there's certain things in my business, there's certain things in actually 2021 too. There's certain things in my personal space, my life, I am really working on shifting. So I do a thing called A Day in the Life, which my membership program, they all have that class. So they know what I'm talking about. It's where I write down the day that I want to live, the kind of life I want to be living. There's more to it than just that. So I write that down. I've been writing it down almost every day. And if I don't write it down, I have it in my visual experience, right? So then every single day, and I let go of attachment to it, because like I said before, your thoughts are so cycling past experiences that you're not moving forward into the future. You're just so stuck in habit here. So every day I work on my goals towards where I want to go. There's not a day that goes by that I don't do something that supports that movement forward. And one of the first things I do is the thing that I'm giving you, the think thing. It's one of the best things that you guys can do. So if you put in think, you're going to get that video and it's going to tell you what to do. And it's the first thing I do. Then I journal. I usually hike the dogs if we're not having, the smoky things. It finally cleared up a bit today, thankfully. I meditate, and I've been doing yoga now. And then I do my business, and I have my goals for my business of what I need to do. And then at the end of the night, I do my prayers, I do my gratitude list, and then I do some inspirational reading. So my day is completely bookended with things that support my movement forward. So what does that do? All that stuff does for me, it makes me very consciously aware when I have a thought that comes into my head that wants to put the brakes on my forward movement. And that thought is usually anchored in some type of past experience. You're too old. You're too this. You're too fat. You're too this. You're too that. You're not. You don't have any money. Why do you think you could do it? Whatever the thought is that is stopping the forward momentum is based in a past experience. Has no business in your life today. So the thing that I'm giving you is the thing that is going to help you the first thing in the morning. So the minute you wake up in the morning, you want to stop those thoughts. Because what happens during the night? During the night, your thinking brain turns off. you have dreams, and in your dreams, you're working through the issues of your life. So your dreams are, if they're not precognitive, which is psychic dreams, they're usually your unconscious working through the stuff of your life. So when you wake up in the morning, you can wake up, depending on different things, but you can wake up very foggy and muddled and not really loving yourself. And you want, before your feet hit the ground, you want to be clear about the type of day you want to create. And you want to come from a positive place, from positive thoughts. You have to stop the negative thinking. And to tell you something else, I'm going to go look at all your things of what you write. But if you don't do this, I'm telling you, I don't know the prediction for 2021 because I haven't sat down with it. I do know that we're in a period of time right now that it is more than important, more than any other time, I feel, that we have to mold our lives, that we have to get in there and create it, that we have to really sculpt what we want. And we can't, gone are the days where we say, you know, definitely thy will be done. If you believe in that, I do to a degree with God, but you have to have a specific relationship. It's not based on past fear and experience. You can say to your spirit guides, you know, give me the will, show me, but you have to be actively involved in that. Gone are the days of just saying, show me what you want me to do. It's more like, show me what you want me to do in the area of writing. I love writing. I'm inspired to write, or in storytelling, or in lifting people up. What is my will there? How can I be of service in the place of being a nutritional healer? What is my will in this place of wanting to coach people or talk to animals? Show me. Do you see how that's more creative? I am so done with people. People don't work with me if they're passive. It just doesn't work. We wouldn't get along. First of all, they wouldn't even watch my live because I'm not going to deal with them and they're not going to deal with me. Second of all, I don't have people in my community like that either because I'm too verbal. I'm too like, what are you passive about? Like I've got on Roseanne, finish the friggin' decluttering. She's been talking about this for a while now. Be done with it. I don't want to hear excuses, Roseanne. I really don't. Because I love you and I know what you're capable of. She knows I always call her out. So that is what I want to say to you. So Megan's on. Megan, I think you're responding to my prediction or something. And if you are, tell me. So I'm going to go through your questions, but I want to summarize what's happening here. Okay. This is really important. By the way, guys, I don't know if you'll notice, sometimes it takes me a while to get into the message. It's because I'm like vibrating and it takes a little bit to vibrate. So here's the summary. You've been handed a piece of clay. You've been asked by whatever you believe in, God, spirit, the universe, what do you want to create? You don't wait to be told what you want to create. You have to, that's why when people come to me, and I allow this sometimes, like general readings, you know, in my groups, but I usually want people to say, I want to do X, Y, and Z. How can spirit help me do that? You know, you have to say to this clay, I want to write that book. I want to write that book. And I want you to get in there with that clay. And then you could be like, spirit, help me. Spirit's hands are in there with you. Okay. What do I need to do? What do I need to do in the next 24-hour period to make that happen? What do I need to do every single day to make that happen? Because let me tell you something, you need routine. You need things that are going to happen constantly. You need to be checking in and doing something every single day to move this along. Otherwise, it's going to fall flat and you're going to be starting back at day one again. So think is the first thing about, thank you, Megan. I'll read that in a second. Think is the first thing that I want you noticing, your thoughts. So the gift that I have for you, think, is going to share a tool with you that is going to help to fill this momentum. Then I want you doing something every single day that is pushing, oh my goodness, nose is itchy, pushing your life forward into the future, into where you want to be, and working with spirit. And then I want you to stop these thoughts, perpetual thoughts of the past that are stopping you from moving forward. So I need you to do that. So let's see what people said. Yes. So Megan says, Megan's a medium, psychic. I agree that time is about co-creation and personal responsibility. Completely. 1000%. 1000%. But more than ever, and I know Megan will agree with this too, more than ever, Spirit is here to assist us. But they're not here. They're giving us the lantern. Does anybody know the Hermit card? I know Megan does because she does tarot. He's holding the lantern. Someone's not holding the lantern and showing him the way. He's holding the lantern and going. And Spirit's along with you. And Spirit's there to guide you the whole way. Okay? So thank you, Megan. So let me see what people wrote. What they're going to do in the next 24-hour period to create change. I like this, Sunny. One piece at a time, drawing every day. Love that. Love that. Love that. Good for you. Next step is to create my cover. I can do that tomorrow. Great. Move forward with October launch plans. Great, Christine. Beautiful. Beautiful. Meditate and connect to Spirit for clearing heart energy and strengthen. Yes. But Tamara, what I'm noticing with you is you need something a little bit more grounded in practicality and reality. So I understand because you shared, whatever you shared before was more emotionally driven. Nothing wrong with that. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. But I also want to see you create a practical dream. And what a practical dream means, writing a book, maybe working in an elderly home, teaching kids, whatever that, drawing a picture, starting an intuitive business, even though that's a little too general for me too. I would want to like narrow it down. I want you, Tamara, to think about what you really want to do, because that's going to help. Let me explain something right now real quick. When Janet says, take piles of accumulated cardboard to the dump for recycling. Yes. Love that. Good for you, Janet. So what I want to explain to you is that when you stay in the general, things don't move either. And the reason why a lot of you are staying in the general is because you're afraid to wish. You're afraid to dream. You're afraid to do it, because why bother? What's happening there? You're basing your experience on past experiences. You're moving forward on past experiences. So I want people to start, like Megan agreed with me, I want people to start saying, this is what I want. Look, say you want a really beautiful house by the water, and maybe you're in an incredible amount of debt. Doesn't stop you from dreaming about that house. But then you have to do something every single day to move the needle forward. And that doesn't mean just clearing chakras. That means working on chakras and maybe getting rid of one of those habits that's adding to the debt. Maybe calling a debt consolidation place at reputable. I don't know about those places, so I can't, say they're good or not. Maybe calling a credit card and asking them if they can lower down the amount, which a lot of credit card companies will do. So you have to do something practical to move the needle forward. And then what's going to happen when you start doing that, Spirit, all of a sudden you're going to start getting feelings. There's too much for me to explain about your psychic gifts and how that works with channeling. And by the way, in membership, I did a video yesterday about that, about how your psychic gifts work with channeling. But all of a sudden you'll start getting inspirations. Now, when you do this thing that I'm telling you to do, this think thing, it's going to help you to have these inspiring thoughts. And then you're going to get inspiring thought that says, oh, you know what? I should go and put an ad up on Whole Foods board that I can buy groceries for people, because that's going to give me a little extra money. And I'm always in the store anyway. I'm just making something up. And then those inspiring thoughts help move the needle even forward. So I want you to be very, very specific about things, but you let go of end results. What does that mean? That can be very challenging for people. I see people, and I don't get a lot of this anymore. Things are really shifting in my business with the people I attract. We were just talking about this on my team meeting. I'm like, have you noticed people are not needy at all? And we were all like, yeah. It's like, I'm like, they don't need me anymore. They're like working. My members, they're and Soul Finder Academy, they're such good friends. Like, they're meeting separately. They're meeting on the side. I went away for 10 days, completely unplugged. It's like, I'm so in awe of how much witnessing the works support them. So what I want to say to you is, where I lost my train of thought there about neediness. Oh, so letting go of end results. So I've seen this a lot with people, not so much in my programs because they get it, is, oh my goodness, if I don't get that soulmate relationship, my life is over. It's never going to work. I need that guy. I need that guy. I need that guy. And a lot of times with that kind of situation, you're basing it on past experience. So you're thinking you need the guy that is going to fulfill you and pay your bills or whatever it may be. You know, I'm just making it up, but it's not really the thing that you need, but you think you need it because you're still operating in the past. So having a dream, working on your thoughts with the think exercise I've given you, working on your thoughts, creating daily activity every single day, working towards that dream and letting it go. You know, so I visualize it, I see it, I write about it, but I don't worry about it happening because I know they have something so much greater and bigger for me. I know they're going to make it happen. And when I get into meditation and I'm like, so where, you know, I'm talking about a move. I'm like, where am I moving? They're like, just follow our direction. Just follow our direction. And I'm like, okay, I just got to follow their direction. Just following everything they say. I did that with this place and I would have never dreamed this place up ever. So that's what you have to do. Let me see what questions you have. So if you have any questions about this material, put the word think in, you'll get the gift. And then you're going to get invited to the SAS experience, which is in the beginning of October. We haven't solidified the dates. I'll solidify them by the next live I do, I'll solidify the dates. Not everybody gets into it. It's an intimate experience because I do major teaching in there. And I want people in there that are going to do it, because the people that were in there last time, we had about 150 people. They had incredible changes. People that didn't even join SFA after, they were just like, oh my goodness, like they're still writing Laura and telling her that like week changed my life. It changed my thinking. It changed everything. So it's a really great experience, but you have to fill out an application to get accepted. Not everybody gets accepted because we keep the group small. I'm going to do the day in the life this week. Good, Christine. Good, good, good. So I would type think by itself, Laura, just in case, because sometimes the thing is a little weird. So here's a question that Sunny asked. If I do one piece every day, then I will master my gift. My gift, oh, he didn't ask a question. My gift will then bring the rest to me. That's beautiful, Sunny. I love that. Very good job. Good job. So let me just see what you have. If any of you have any questions about like where you're stuck. I love this, Jackie. This is great. Say a positive thought about myself before getting out of bed. So when you get my gift, you're going to get another piece to that. That's going to be really, really good for you. Okay. Really good. Good. This is great. Sherry, you're going to love my gift. She says, need to learn to stop for a minute when I get up instead of getting right up and doing my daily routine. Yes, yes, yes. So you're going to love my gift. So make sure you type in think that you get it and you will get that. I love your butt kicking. Thanks, Megan. I'm getting, and I know you guys have noticed it because I've heard it from people who have been in membership for a really long time. And they're like, we're loving your growth, Marilyn. Like, you're not like, you're just getting stronger. And I'm like, I know, I just have no, you know what I think it is? I feel like we're in a time of incredible change, great change. And which end of the spectrum are you choosing to be? Are you choosing to be on the place of, I'm going to make this really work for me and create incredible things? Like Megan's engaged, and Megan, I don't think you'll mind me saying this. Megan's a psychic medium that I usually recommend. So there's Megan. I agree that this time is about co-creation, personal responsibility. And she's engaged and she's got this beautiful fiance. I just love, I haven't met him, but I just love his energy. And she was planning a wedding and then COVID happened, right? But I have not seen her dip down into self-pity. If anything, I've seen her motivate herself more into growth and expansion. So that's, what side are you going to be on? You know, you can't be on the side of, I'm waiting for this to happen. My life isn't, this is my big thing. I totally forgot this is what happens. I have to prepare sometimes when I come on here because I go from one call to another. Stop the waiting game. That's what this fall is about. Stop the friggin' waiting game. I'm waiting until I have this before I do that. I'm waiting. You can't do that anymore. You're not allowed to do that. I'm telling you, the spiritual laws are being rewritten. And those spiritual laws that are being rewritten, and I don't even gander at saying, I don't even, knowing them all, but the spiritual laws I know, one of those spiritual laws is stop the waiting game. Stop it. Stop waiting until I'm healed before I have my healing business. I'm rich before I write my book. I'm living in a great place before I can do my own business. I'm 50 pounds thinner before I can attract my perfect mate. Stop it. I'm a perfect artist before I can sell my art. Stop the waiting game. I should have just titled this Facebook Live, Stop the Waiting Game. That's got to stop. I was talking with Soul Finder Academy students today because a lot of them are spiritual entrepreneurs that are they're about to create a business. They're wanting to create a business. And I feel like SFA really teaches them how to hone their purpose, their reason for doing what they do, why they want to do it. And we were talking about, one person was asking about, I'm ready to give up my bridge job. I put a video on here about bridge job. You should watch that. It's on my business page. I did that for members. And I'm wondering if I should give up my bridge job and do my business. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. You're struggling with belief in yourself. So you need to focus on believing in yourself. And you need to work through that. And so you're not waiting. But I'm like, you're not waiting to believe in yourself. You do what you need to do to make that happen. So say you want to start an intuitive business and you're waiting till you feel better as a reader. But what you're doing is just studying. Well, then go out and practice readings. And you will start feeling better about yourself. It's not about the accolades you get from other people. It's about your instrument. There's too much for me to talk about in that kind of conversation. I teach that stuff in my programs. I can't get that all in a live. I'm throwing so much at you right now. So that's what I have to say. So stop the waiting game. I want everybody to comment. If you're agreeing with me about stopping the waiting game, I need everybody to comment right now about stopping the waiting game. I really do. Because if I hear from one more person, I'm waiting until I fall in love before I write my book or something like that, I'm going to smack you over the head, truthfully. Look, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I get it. I am not everybody's cup of tea. But I speak my truth, and I speak what works for me, and I speak what I've done for myself, and I speak what I've struggled with. I'm not sitting here pretending to know it all. I'm not in all your shoes. But I know what worked for me. And I do have incredible communication with my guides. My channeling, I feel, is incredible. And this is the information that gets downloaded all the time. So, Karen, congratulations. She said her wedding's in less than 2 weeks. Yay. Okay. I will stop my waiting game. Great. Susan, Karen says, I will stop my waiting game. Good. Stop the waiting game. No more acting as if living. Great. Yes. Good. No, Sunny, no waiting. Not allowed. Okay. So let me see if you have any questions. So I'm going to summarize it again real quick. And then I want to see if anybody has questions. And I promise I'll read this. I won't go on another rampage. What you're going to do is you're going to type in think. You're going to get my little gift. This is going to set you up to help you to stop thinking thoughts that are creating friction in your life, anxiety, worry, or even it's creating blocks where you don't even realize there's blocks there. That's what it's mainly doing because you're not even realize you're thinking. Because a lot of times we don't even realize what negative thoughts are because we're so used to them, we're not even realizing it. Like I'll share a personal story with you. I wake up in the morning, I'm a little out of it because I'm traveling a lot. And then I have these gorgeous trees out my window, which you can see today because the smoke is finally clearing up. I don't know if Janet's still on, but she's in a town near me. So, whoops. So I wake up, I see those trees, and sometimes I'm like, what am I doing here? Because I made a great big change in my life over 2 years ago. And spirit kicked in something because I was like, what am I doing? I don't understand. Like this didn't really pan out the way I'm okay with it. I don't resent it. I'm really glad I did it, but it didn't pan out fully. And I'm not like, I don't know. I know I'm supposed to go someplace else. I'm trying to understand it. And they said, oh my goodness, if you just knew This stepping stone is taking you to an even more magical experience than you've ever had in your life. They're like, you're not going to believe what's happening. And that was interesting to me because in my 20s, I worked for MTV. I had an incredible time. I had a troubled childhood, but I also had an incredible childhood, incredible teenage years. I had a lot of fun. And I was like, wow, it can be even better than that. I can have more fun than that. And they were like, you're going to have even more fun. So now when I wake up, I'm still a little foggy because I'm doing a lot of traveling at night. Not going to get into that conversation right now. And without me doing a thing, because I'll wake up and I'll be like, what, and it's all a little like shining clear. And all of a sudden, all that download comes in. Oh my goodness. It's amazing. This adventure is happening. It's going to get even better. Oh goodness. And it's like, it shifts your day. So put in think, because you're going to get this thing. Now, with that, I'm going to summarize and come to you, I promise. With that, you're going to get an application if you want to be part of the SAS experience, which is a free week-long experience with me that I'm doing in a private Facebook group. So you have to fill out the application fully to even get considered. I don't take one answer. We're very strict about who gets into this experience. So if you really want it and it changes people's lives, fill out that application, but fill it out fully. Not everybody's going to get accepted because we keep the group small. Okay. And then, so that's the summary. So you want to do the think, you're going to fill out the application if you want to be in, that's up to you. And then you're going to get very clear on what it is you want to create because we're no longer in the waiting game. Get clear about what you want to create. And every single day, you're going to do something that takes you forward. Okay. Every single day. Oh, look at that. Sherry must have been in the last one. She said, I love the last one. It helped me make huge leaps forward. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. Thank you. So she was in the last SAS experience and she's telling you how it changed. People were like, oh my goodness, it was unbelievable. So you're going to really enjoy it. All right, let me see what we have here. If I have any questions, get off my butt and declutter, clean, and get ready for company to visit. That's great, Karen. Good for you. Do that. Okay. At home, finally just start up working out at home on a daily basis. Good. I love. See, so Patty, this is such a good one, sweetie. I made a commitment to get back into my yoga practice and to do yoga every day, except I allow myself Sundays off. I have not missed a day since last Monday, and except for Sunday, I took off. And it's interesting because we couldn't hike here because of the smoke, and hiking is like really big for me, and I couldn't play tennis. I play tennis a lot too because of the smoke. And I was talking to my neighbor and he's like, oh, I'm kind of losing it because hiking's everything to me and I haven't been able to hike. And I said, you know what? I'm not, because I've been on my yoga mat every single day in my house. So it's so important to make that routine. What Spirit said to me, I went away, I went on vacation, and they said to me, if you want big change in your life, and I already do great routines, so I already have the routine set up. They said they're not enough. We need to shift it into a bigger gear, Marilyn. We need to put more into this. So that's the SAS experience you guys are going to get if you get into that group, is you're going to get some of my routines that have just completely shifted my life. So I'm now upping it a bit because I know we are in a moment of great change. And I better be fully consciously aware and engaged and not have negative thinking for this change to happen. So great job. Let's see. Laura, I would shift this. I don't know if Laura's still on. I just need to get out of my mind. What I would shift that to, because that's a battle. You're creating a battle inside yourself. What I would shift that to is I would just put my hand on my heart and I would just breathe into it. I would do that. You could do that for a minute and then break it up to 5 minutes. You're going to start getting out of this and getting into this. So that's what I would do it. Okay. All right. I'm seeing. Okay. Okay, Roseanne. So things I was hoping Roseanne was still on because I always kick her butt. So I understand that, but Roseanne, what I did when I had to declutter my house, And I know oil changes and changing tires, that's super important. But I literally like spent, I think it was like 3 weekends, this is before COVID, spent 3 weekends not doing anything but decluttering my house. And it takes a long time for me to get started. I'm not really a clutter person because I don't like it. But things started, you know how drawers start getting messy? It's starting to happen again in my drawers. I was like, that's it, not happening. And sometimes it would take me to like 1 o'clock to get into it, but then I would just do it. I knew what my task was. Like, I'm doing the bathroom, that's it today. I'm doing the bedroom, that's it today. Like when I came back from vacation, I was like, you are doing your drawers because they're getting messy again. And I just did it. So you have to do it. You don't have to do the entire thing. You have to do sections. Okay. Beautiful. How's that for a message? I love it, Roseanne. Good for you. You know what I love about Roseanne is I do kick her in the butt, and she takes it, you know, for a degree, and she's open to hearing, and sometimes she doesn't agree, she'll tell me and stuff like that, but you know, she's so willing to learn and grow, which is great. I love that. All right. Okay. So it looks like everybody's okay. You know, Sherry, honestly, I get rid of most everything. I have this struggle too. And when I moved from Sherman Oaks to Marin, I had a person come and help me. She was so great. If she lived up here, man, I'd have her in my house every week helping me. And she made me get rid of most everything. Like I got rid of almost everything. And what I do with the paper, I'm like, you know, I just did this the other day, holding on to certain mortgage papers or mortgage letters. I'm like, what? They keep sending me the same letter. Why am I holding on to this letter? I just shred it. Usually when I shred it, I'm like, I don't look for it. I don't need it. So that's what I would do. So, all right, I'm going to end this conversation unless anybody has any questions. If they're confused, you're going to type in the word think, and you're going to get a free gift from me. And you get invited to the SAS experience, but you have to fill out the application. Those of you already in the group, membership for your soul, guys, you are in it. So if you, what will we do? I guess what we'll do is let members know again that it's open. So if anybody wants to join this time, a lot of you are still in it. Just know it's free for membership for your soul people. You don't have to fill out the application. But so you'll get an application to join the free SAS experience, and you have to fill out the whole application, but not everybody's getting accepted. I'm just being really friggin' honest about this up front. So the thing that I want, if you have any questions for me, let me know. But the thing that I really want for you is, remember, remember, this is like, we're in this period. We're in this incredibly, even Megan said she's having like the psychic energy, the channeling energy, the nature, everything that's going on. We're in this incredible period of change right now. It's big. It's really big. Imagine God himself, or whatever you believe in, came down and said, all right, now's the moment. Now's the moment, everyone, that you've been waiting for. Go do it. So you just got the call to go do it. They handed you a piece of clay. And they said, we're not going to tell you what to sculpt. You're going to sculpt it. What is it that you want? And I want you to answer that honestly for yourself. What is it that you want? And then while you're sculpting that clay, which is the taking the action, changing the thoughts, moving forward every single day, Spirit's hands are sculpting that with you. And what you're going to notice is the inspiring thoughts that you wake up with. And you're like, wow, where'd that come from? I should go there. I should look at that. I should go onto this thing. And you're going to follow it. And I can guarantee you, and I just said this to my SFA people, if you're really doing the work, life is going to change. You make a decision right now. Are you going to be the one who does the work and stops the waiting game? Or are you going to be the one who says, I'm just going to, I'm a little tired today, so maybe tomorrow. Or I want to feel better first. Or I need to lose those 20 pounds first. Or I need a new car. I really can't go there yet without my new car. Whatever it is. If you're going to be that person, that's all I'm going to do. Because I don't know what's going to happen to those people into next year. I don't think it's going to be pretty. That's what I'm going to say. Good, Janet. I'm glad, honey. I'm glad it helped you. So Joy, you're in SAS is what you're in, Soul Finder Academy. So SAS is the pillars that it's based on. So it's subconscious thing. Joy just joined from membership. Joy was like, I did a membership thing. She's like, I don't want to join membership. I want to join your other program. I was like, okay, join. So she doesn't know everything. She hasn't been through the SAS experience. So the SAS experience that I'm talking about, and thank you for asking that, by the way, because I don't explain things a lot of the times because I just don't. So when you go through the SAS experience, the first day I talk about is the subconscious thinking. So you start dealing with subconscious thinking. I'm going to change it from last time. The next one is soul alignment. So it's aligning with your soul, remembering who you are. Third one is soul ignition. That's when we light up your soul. You start doing something new and fun and different. And then the last one is synchronicity. We start working with the universe, but synchronicity usually starts happening way before you get into that pillar. So that's what the SAS experience is. You're going to have that experience. And thank you for reminding me to explain that, sweetie. So that is it. Thank you so much. So guys, write, think if you want to be, if you want the free gift. Everybody gets the free gift no matter what. And then you'll get an application that you can do it. So I will talk to you soon. And tomorrow, next Tuesday, we're going to be talking about alignment, more about alignment. So we will be talking about the second A in SAS. So Debbie's in Soul Finder Academy now. She joined from the SAS experience. And she said, you will love SAS. I can't wait to do it again. So she's doing great in SFA. SFA is a much more deep dive of SAS, but I give people the experience of SAS to see if they want to do Soul Finder Academy. So all you guys, all my students are helping me to explain something that I'm like the worst salesperson. I'm like, just do it. It's going to change your life. You know? But so Debbie did the SAS experience and then she joined Soul Finder Academy and it's been incredible for everybody that's in there. So it's really a lot of fun. So there you go. Fran, no, I don't do readings anymore, only in my group programs. I do readings in Soul Finder Academy and membership for your soul. I don't do readings anymore. But Megan's on here. Megan. I don't know if Megan's still here. And she does readings. There's quite a few people in my program, actually, that do readings if you want private readings. But I don't do private readings anymore, only for people in my programs. That's it. Okay, so think. Let's see how you do. Okay, one more thing. Tell me right now, for the next week, do you promise to work on your thoughts? Do you promise to get my gift and to do what it asks you to do? So I'll be here same time, same bat channel next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Do you promise to take my gift, my little preview gift that you're going to get, and watch it and do it for the next week? So that's what I want to know. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.